Let's talk about free credit reports. A lot of people are interested in having free credit reports, but the question is, are those free credit reports safe? In today's conversation, we want to talk about that because you need to avoid scams at all costs. So here are the general considerations that I want you to really think about. I mean, your credit score, we know that, is one of the most important components of your financial health. You know it, I know it. So a strong credit score can help you purchase a new home, a new car, or reduce the interest rates that you pay on all kinds of loans and lines of credit, right? So, but it's really essential to check your credit regularly. Not every credit check service is legitimate. In some cases, when you hear the term free credit score, this can actually put you at risk of identity theft or financial fraud. So be very careful there. It's important to understand that when we talk about credit score scams, what are we talking about? Well, credit score scams occur when fraudsters pose as legitimate websites, companies, or government agencies and offer quote-unquote free credit scores or credit repair services. But in reality, the entire scenario is designed to scam victims out of money and sensitive financial information. And these scams are especially dangerous because many people don't understand their rights as consumers or how credit scores work in the first place. And so by law, and this is important for you to remember, you are entitled to a free copy of your credit reports every year from each of the three credit bureaus. I'm talking about Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. However, many people need to check their credit report FICO score or personal credit history more frequently, such as, let's say, when talking to lenders about loans, lines of credit, or mortgages. And so scammers take advantage of these situations to steal money and sensitive information such as your social security number or credit card number. So here is how credit score scams typically work. So scammers create fake websites that offer free credit reports or pose as credit repair services. If you request a free credit score, you will receive an email saying that your credit score has changed, along with a link to view the supposedly a new score. But when you click on the link, it takes you to a phishing website that requests sensitive information. And if you sign up for a fraudulent credit repair services, you will most likely be asked to pay an upfront fee, which is illegal under the Credit Repair Organizations Act, or be charged for useless services or credit repair scams such as CPN numbers. And any money or information that you send to scammers will be lost or used to steal your identity. So be very, very careful there. So the bottom line is that you always want to be cautious when giving out your personal or financial information, especially your SSN. So for added security, you want to monitor your, you want to use an identity theft solution to monitor your SSN. So what are the scams here? When we talk about the scams, credit score scams can be devastating when scammers gain access to your credit and rack up debts in your name. And sometimes it's not just in your name, but also your spouse's name and your children's name if they live under the same roof. So by learning actually to recognize the most common credit score scams, you can avoid becoming a victim really when you think about it. So you have phishing emails that claim your credit score has changed, fraudulent credit repair companies, you have fake rental listings or job opportunities, you have a lookalike sites offering free credit scores, and you have spam calls that offer special interest rates, quote unquote, of course. So when we talk about phishing emails that claim your credit score has changed, in this scam, fraudsters send phishing emails that look like they are from legitimate companies such as your bank or a credit monitoring agency. And the emails claim that your credit score has changed, and they provide a link to a website that supposedly lets you check your score. Okay, and so that's the first part. You also have fraudulent credit repair companies. So you may see ads on TV and newspapers or online from agencies that claim to be able to fix a bad credit score or history for a fee, of course. However, removing legitimate negative credit information is not only impossible, it is illegal. So this is not to say that all credit counseling services are scams though. But if you see any of these red flags, you could be at risk of losing money or data and committing a crime. So how do you actually spot a fraudulent credit repair company? They ask for an upfront fee. They promise to fix or raise your credit score. They talk about piggybacking on someone else's credit report. And you are told to not contact the credit reporting agencies yourself. So this is like they're trying to really limit your ability to actually maneuver, really. So the bottom line is it takes time to build a good credit score. If inaccurate information is harming your credit, you could contact each consumer reporting company to correct errors. And if you think you're dealing with a fake credit repair company, you want to report them to the FTC. And so the website is reportfraud.ftc.gov, and you can file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What about the fake rental listings or job opportunities? This is another scam. So scammers set traps for victims by posting attractive but fake rental listings or job offers on sites like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or Indeed. And these listings are used to trick job and apartment hunters into sending money, providing sensitive information, or visiting fake credit score websites. And while some rental applications may require a credit score, you should verify the listing's authenticity before providing any, and I really want to insist, any sensitive information. You also have a lookalike websites that offer free credit score checks. So annualcreditreport.com is the only website sanctioned by the federal government to provide a free credit report. Okay, the only one. However, this doesn't stop scammers from creating fake websites that look like real sites to scam unsuspecting victims. And these fake sites often have similar sounding names to legitimate sites but contain small misspellings in the actual site names or include the word free in the URL. So to ensure you are on the official annual credit report websites, you want to check for a padlock symbol near the URL. If you click on it, you'll be able to see if your connection is secure along with details of the site's security certificate, and you need to have that. And so to complicate matters more, even legitimate credit check websites can sometimes put you at risk. So for example, Credit Karma, a website that actually provides free credit scores and insights, was recently fined by the Federal Trade Commission for allegedly tricking consumers with fake pre-approved offers. So this is kind of important to think about. And also, you want to be aware of spam calls that offer special interest rates. So if you receive a phone call or robocall that offers a special rate for a loan or credit card, there is a high chance that it is a scam, really. And fraudsters pretend to be from banks, credit card issuers, or other lenders and claim they can fix your credit issues. Okay, they always claim they have those outrageous claims, but hey, listen, it is what it is. But during the call, they ask for personal or financial information to quote unquote help with your claim. So this is something to really be aware of, and this could be a scam. Let me give you a word of caution here. So how do you identify and avoid credit score scams? So checking your credit score is really an integral part of maintaining your personal finances. Don't get me wrong, but spotting a credit score scam is not always easy. So I want to share with you some of the red flags that we have seen the last few years that you should look out for when checking or trying to repair your credit score. So first, you want to look for signs of a phishing email. So phishing emails appear to be from people or organizations that you trust, such as banks or government agencies. And scammers use emotional language to create a sense of urgency and get you to act without thinking. For example, you might receive an email claiming your credit score has changed or that new accounts were created in your name, right? What you want to do is you want to check the sender's email address for unusual letters, numbers, or endings, especially if the sender claims to be from a trusted source like your bank or credit card. No authentic organization will contact you using a personal email address domain such as Gmail or Yahoo. Don't click on attachments. Do not reply to phishing emails. If you think there is a chance that the email is legitimate, contact the company directly using the contact information on its official websites. You also want to secure your devices and accounts with antivirus software and safe browsing tools. And phishing emails always almost link out to fake websites, and this is something to be aware of. The second thing you want to do is you want to watch out for websites that are not secure or receive sensitive information. Scammers create fake websites that claim to offer credit scores or financial help, but actually steal personal and financial data. So whenever you're looking for an online service, make sure that they are using a secure sites that will protect your personal information. I mean, you need to have that kind of that protection layer in place. You want to stay away categorically from anyone who promises to remove negative information from your credit report. As I said to you a little earlier, this is illegal even. So companies that guarantee they can remove negative information from your credit report are almost always scammers. Negative but accurate information cannot be removed from credit reports. Only inaccurate information can be removed. So this is an important element to think about. And if you need to remove inaccurate information, you can only dispute it directly with each of the 3 major credit bureaus. Be cautious about lookalike websites URL or email addresses. So scammers create websites and URLs that sound legitimate or look similar to well-known companies in order to bypass your suspicions. They may even replicate a company's logos, copy, and designs to make their phony emails and sites look more legitimate. For example, they could use annualcreditreport.com, annual with a double L, to trick you into giving them your sensitive data. In this instance, an extra L has been added to the word annual, which could be difficult to spot at first glance. So it's important to really think about that. Now, there are some warning signs of a lookalike URL. The website's URL contains misspellings, unusual numbers, or uses a legitimate looking subdomain to trick you. When in doubt, always check what comes directly before the .com in the URL. You might have an email's formatting, colors, or images looking similar to the actual company's usual emails, but may be slightly off. Messages and copy may also contain misspellings or grammatical mistakes. And the scammers use personal details that they have obtained from a recent data breach. So cyber criminals may use your personal information that was leaked in a data breach to trick you into thinking they are legitimate. So for example, if your social security number, phone number, or email has been leaked, scammers can use that information to lure you into clicking on links or sending them money. So in other situations, they may send you phishing emails following a data breach that encourage victims to check their credit scores. If you receive any suspicious emails, it's important to really check if your information was recently leaked in a data breach. You also want to be aware of beware of any websites or service that uses free in its name. So while not always the case, if a website uses free in its URL, there's a greater chance that it's a scam. Most websites offering credit score or report services do not use free in the name or URL. Always be careful when asked to provide credit card information, right? So many fake credit score sites will require you to enter your credit card information for a free trial. Unfortunately, scammers simply take your information to sell or use for fraudulent purchases. So the best way to really avoid this scam approach is not to enter your credit card information in exchange for a free trial. Additionally, be sure to read any fine print carefully. Sometimes these sites sign you up for services with monthly charges. So be very careful there. So let me give you a few extras here. So if you accidentally, let's say, give scammers personal info, there are a few things you can do to actually protect yourself, right? So you want to contact your bank and credit card providers and inform them that you may have been scammed. You will likely be issued new credit cards. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You want to contact the 3 major nationwide credit reporting companies, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, to actually place a fraud alert on your data or security freeze on your credit report. You will need to contact each bureau individually. You want to file an official identity theft report with the FTC. You want to secure your online accounts with new, unique, and complex passwords. So whenever possible, you want to enable 2FA, two-factor authentication for added security. You want to monitor your bank accounts and credit card statements regularly for any unauthorized charges or transfers. You want to contact your bank or credit card company immediately if you notice any fraudulent activity. You also want to contact your credit card company if you receive any payments for a service that occurred through the scam. You can explain to the credit card company that you were scammed, which may result in their reversing the charges. So you have a lot of flexibility there. You want to review your credit reports for inaccuracies. I mean, those may happen. And you want to contact the credit bureaus if you notice inaccurate information. So long story short, you have the possibility to safely request a free credit report or score. Remember though, that federal law grants you a free annual credit report from each of the 3 credit reporting agencies. You can obtain actually your 3 free annual reports all at once, or order 1 report at a time. You can get your free credit reports by going to annualcreditreport.com, calling 1-877-322-8228, or making a completed annual credit report request form. So you may be able to receive additional free credit reports if you are denied employment, insurance, or credit based on information in your credit report. If you are out of work and planning to search for a job within 60 days, if you receive public assistance, if you have inaccuracies on your credit report due to, let's say, fraud or identity theft, or if you place a fraud alerts on your credit file. So you always have the possibility to have access to your free credit score. Now, it's important to understand that credit monitoring may become worth it, especially if you're worried about having a free credit report actually impacting your safety, not only your physical safety, but also your electronic safety. And so you always have to balance your budget versus your needs, right? Expenses versus benefits, risk versus rewards. So checking your credit score regularly for inaccurate information, or let's say signs of fraud, is kind of time consuming and expensive. That's why many Americans choose to use a credit monitoring service instead. So this is really good. You want a service that constantly monitors your credit report with all 3 bureaus and alerts you to any changes that could impact your credit score. You will also get, with the right service, you will get monthly credit reports and be able to quickly and easily track changes to your credit score. And it's one of those things where you are able to get things done a lot faster. And if the worst should happen, you want to have a company that provides you with 24/7 access to a team of fraud resolution specialists, as well as $250,000 to $1 million in insurance coverage for eligible losses due to identity theft. That way you know that you're really covered here. So the bottom line here is that you do not want to pay for free credit scores. Credit score scams are particularly malicious because they feed on a consumer's desire to establish and maintain great credit. But giving your personal information to one bad actor in exchange for a free credit report is all it takes to create big problems for your finances and reputation. So this is something to really think about before you make a move. Thank you so much. Here are the closing remarks here. So in today's conversation, I talked to you about free credit report scams. I give you the general considerations, the scams, the caution, and the extras. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.